My name is Kelsey Roberts, and I'm making these videos because I believe America will be in better financial shape when more American households are in better financial shape. I believe a lot of people who aren't in good financial shape just don't know how to thrive financially. I think there's a couple reasons for that. Um, Mainly because they never learned how to thrive financially, how to be good with money. There may be barriers to that education. They don't have time to sit down and learn that stuff. They don't have the money to take the classes, the courses that are offered, and the classes and courses that are offered may not be available to them. They may not be close. They may not have a vehicle. For whatever reason, they just can't get there. And then I believe that a lot of people have just never been taught that it was necessary to learn how to be good with money and how to thrive financially because it doesn't come naturally. It takes effort, and it takes practice, and it takes self-discipline. And I honestly believe that if you work for your money, um, and a lot of people do, most people that have money do work for it and they work hard for it. I believe that you deserve to be um, I believe that you deserve to thrive financially and to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I also believe that this information should be free and easily accessible. I'm really disappointed in the lack of education, and especially for young people. I'm disappointed that this is not a part of early education, that people are learning that this is an essential part of living their lives in this country. I really think it should be. So that's why I'm making these videos, to make this as free and easily accessible as possible. Now, with that said, I do need to make a disclaimer. I'm not a financial counselor. I really have no credentials except that what I'm going to talk about has worked for me, and it's just information that I wish someone had given to me earlier in life. So don't take this as financial advice. Take this as I'm showing you where to get the information from and how to do the math. All right, you're going to be taking care of your own finances, and I'm not liable for that. Also, another disclaimer: this is designed for military members. Some people watching this right now aren't in the military, and there's principles here that you can use, and I hope it's helpful to you. Just please be forewarned, there's going to be some jargon that you may not understand. Please don't let it scare you off. I want you to stay and learn something, and learn to be better with money. And the reason that I'm doing this for military members is that I'm in the military, and we get a lot of men and women who come into our way of life at a very early age. They're young, and for a lot of them, this is their first real world experience. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's the biggest paycheck they've ever had. And with all the career field training that we give them, with all the tactical training that they get, they're still kind of left to fend for themselves financially, until they find themselves in trouble. And the chain of command has an interest and making sure that those members stay effective and stay out of financial trouble. If you're having trouble making ends meet, or you're facing a foreclosure, or you're caught in a payday loan death spiral and you're not able to put groceries on your table, it's going to affect you, and that could cause a loss of effectiveness, or potentially in the military you could get somebody hurt or killed. That kind of distraction, and they don't want that. Chain of command doesn't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that for you. So there's programs available that your chain of command can get you into quick, fast, and in a hurry. If you're in that situation right now, just stop the video. Go talk to your first sergeant, or whoever that individual may be. Talk to your supervisor. Get the help that you need, because that's not what you're going to get from me. That's reactive help. Okay, that's to get you out of trouble that you're already in. What we're going to talk about is the proactive stuff, the stuff that's going to keep us from getting into that situation, and then we're going to take it even further. We're going to talk about stuff that you hear people say, like maximizing your income potential, which is basically just figure out a way to make more money. We're going to do that. We're going to talk about the TSP, demystify it a little bit, help you understand the more you put into it, the sooner, the better off you're going to be, the happier and more comfortable you're going to be in retirement. We're going to talk about tax breaks you probably don't know about. We're going to talk about how to give yourself a raise. Yes, you can do that in the military, and we are going to maximize your income. We're going to make you more money. So start with the absolute basics. You need to learn how, if you don't already know, to calculate your taxable income. And for us in the military, that's our base pay. BAH and BAS still count as income, but they're not taxed, they're allowances. So we need to figure out how much our base pay is going to be. And I've already got these in here. I'm going to clear them out and just show you how I'm going to build this. I'm going to start with the column at the top, 2014, and I'm using Microsoft Excel. I like Microsoft Excel. It's a very, very powerful tool. The numbers are right there in front of you. It does all the math for you. You just need to know how to do a few simple things. You don't have to be a guru. And the things that I'm going to show you how to do, if you don't get it the first time, just rewind the video, watch it again until you get it. It's fine with me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. So what I'm going to do here is put in January. Okay, and then if I click down at the corner of this box, I can drag it and it'll autofill all the rest of the months all the way to November, December, and it fills it in. And down here, I'm going to total it. Just a little designator. I'm going to put the total here. So then we need to figure out how much we make in each one of these months. If I want to figure out how much in January, so the best place that I've found to do that is on the internet. And I do just a quick Google search, 2014 military pay, and I go to the first one that comes up, the Navy Cyberspace. I use that because it is the first one that comes up. It's not an ad, and I've used it for a while, and they're pretty accurate. I've never found an error. There's a disclaimer here. It's now the day after Christmas, 2013. The president, we're waiting on the president's signature for military pay 2014. BAH is figured out, BAS is not yet, but the president likes the 1% pay raise, so the numbers are all but set in stone. Another thing, kind of a disclaimer, is we're going to stick to the E side, the enlisted side of things, because you can scroll down here and you see E1 through E9. There's 01 through 08, and some warrant officers. If you look, where'd it go? There it is. Alright, a brand new commissioned 01, that second lieutenant or ensign or whatever you may be, with that freshly minted butter bar, is making about $2,900 a month base pay. If you go up to the E side of things, this NCO at over 8 years is making just about the same amount. So if you're down, it's kind of freezing a little bit. Oh. Okay, if you're down on the O side, if you look at this chart for any length of time, okay, if you're down here and you're having trouble making ends meet, or you're having trouble figuring out what you're going to do for retirement, I submit that you may have a spending problem. You don't have an income problem. So you may just want to stop trying to keep up with Colonel Jones, sell the Rover, buy a Honda. I think it'll do you good. Okay. No offense to the guys on the O side. I know the job that you do is very difficult. You get compensated for it, but there's really no excuse to make this kind of money and not be able to make ends meet. Anyway, going back to the E side, okay, let's say we're trying to figure out 2014 base pay. So some example numbers. Let's say Snuffy is an E3. He's been in just a little over 2 years, and that's how we're going to figure it out. This is E3. This is your pay grade. This is how long you've been in, and bam. He makes $1,919 in base pay a month. We're going to put it in $1,919. And in February, $1,919. March 2. April. May. Well, let's say something interesting happens in June and he hits his 3-year mark. So he's still in E3, and his 3-year mark he's making, go away, he's making $2,035 a month. So put in 2,035, 2035, 2035, 2035. And then in November, another interesting thing happens. I'm doing this for a reason. In November, he gets promoted, so he's still over 3, and he gets promoted to E4. So now he's making $22.16 a month. And so 2216, 2216. I just want to double check that and make sure E4 over 3, 2216. Okay. All right. So now we know how much he's going to make every month. I want to find out what all this is added together. This is one of the powerful things about Excel. We could do it in one cell one formula, and this cell is going to be the total, and it equals the sum, open parentheses, to begin the formula, and I'm going to click on this first number. I'm going to drag it all the way down to here, and then I'm going to close the parentheses to end the formula and hit enter. And there's our total, 24,202. Now keep in mind, in June he hit 3 years. This is important to know. In October he made E4. Okay? And the reason I designate that is because you're not always guaranteed to get promoted in different branches of service. You're going to get promoted on you might get promoted on the 15th of the month. Now if you get promoted on the 1st of the month, for the whole month of June you're going to make this, well, it's down here, promoted. For the whole month of November you're going to make this E4 rate. But let's say you get promoted on the 15th and not the 1st. You're only going to make this E4 rate for the second half of the month. So your actual income for the month is going to be somewhere between here and here. So we overestimated a little bit, and that's okay. We know we made an error, and we overestimated it. For what we're going to do, that's fine. It's best to be precise, but if you're going to make an error and you know you made an error, it's okay to overestimate. So in the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to calculate that prorate pay and get an exact number down here to know exactly how much you're going to make for the year, and the things that you can do with this number. Things like give yourself a raise. When I figured this out, I gave myself about a $200 a month raise. I got a call from a friend the same year, helped him out and got him a little over $300 a month raise. This is a very powerful thing to know, how much your taxable income is for the year. There's a lot of things that you can do for it. Also, before I go, I want to say this Microsoft Excel, the whole Microsoft Office suite is a very powerful tool. Again, Excel, you got PowerPoint, you got Microsoft Word. There's a whole bunch of other programs in the Office suite, and you can get that at a discounted rate. It's especially offered by Windows, by Microsoft to the military, and all you got to do is go to your respective branch's portal online and search for it in the portal, or call up your comm guys, your communications unit on your base, the uniform guys, and ask them, and they should be able to point you in the right direction. I think it's only about $30, which is a really great deal. It's helped me do a lot in figuring out my finances and becoming really good with money. This is a really powerful tool. So next video we're going to talk about how to calculate prorate. You can skip that if you want. This is a good enough estimate, but if you want to dig into it a little bit, that's what we're going to do. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.